The blockade of the Strait of Hormuz has disrupted not only oil and gas flows, but also global fertilizer supplies, raising concerns that a prolonged conflict could reduce food production and threaten global food security.
호르무즈 해협이 봉쇄되면서 석유와 가스뿐만 아니라 전 세계 비료 공급에도 차질이 빚어지고 있습니다. 이 때문에 분쟁이 장기화될 경우 식량 생산이 줄어 전 세계 식량 안보가 위협받을 수 있다는 우려가 제기되고 있습니다. Right, the situation is, it's not improving and it's affecting so many countries around the world. Tell us more.
Right. So, they're saying that this closure or possible closure of the Strait of Hormuz could trigger not only an energy crisis, but also a global fertilizer shock that threatens food security, as you mentioned. That's because roughly 1/3 of the world's traded urea fertilizer and large volumes of liquefied natural gas pass through the strait from Gulf producers like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. So disruptions would delay or halt shipments of ammonia, urea, and LNG, raising costs for farmers and potentially forcing reduced fertilizer use before planting seasons. And they're saying that even small reductions in nitrogen fertilizer can sharply cut yields of key crops like wheat and rice, pushing global food prices higher. So analysts are warning that while oil shock affects it affects markets immediately, fertilizer shortages could create deeper, longer-term pressure on the global food system.
Fertilizer가 바로 비료인데요. Fertilizer supplies are obviously being affected because ships can't pass the Strait of Hormuz right now. The Strait of Hormuz가 바로 이제 호르무즈 해협이죠. Strait, S-T-R-A-I-T입니다.
Yes.
Not S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T.
Yeah, that's straight when you go straight.
맞아요.
Yes.
자, 그 반듯하다 할 때 straight랑 발음은 같지만 스펠링도 다르고 의미도 다른 해협 Strait of Hormuz, blockade, 봉쇄, 꽉 막힌 그 상황이 이어지다 보니까 fertilizer, is stuck there basically, and it's not getting to countries that need it, and that means the crops won't be able to grow, and that affects what ends up on the table.
Yes.
So what people eat.
Yeah, so not only will oil prices go up, but just regular, rice is staple. They're staple foods.
Yes.
Rice, wheat, and they will go up.
Yeah, it's not just about prices either. It's literally about having something
Less,
to eat.
yeah.
So that's why it's going to threaten global food security, is what it says here. Let's have a look at the very simple grammatical structure, not only A but B.
Right. So not only will it affect the energy sector, but it will also affect your table, is what they're saying. So not only, but also, it's a correlative conjunction, and it's used to connect and emphasize two related pieces of information. So it signals that the second piece of information is even more surprising, important, or impressive than the first.
이 구조 자체를 모르시는 분은 없으실 것 같은데요. 영어로는 correlative conjunction이라고 한다는 거.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
유용한 정보였습니다. So not only A but also B도 있고 그다음에 prolonged conflict.
Yes. So prolonged is an adjective that's used to describe something that lasts for a long time, usually much longer than expected, desired, or typical. So it usually often carries a negative sort of connotation or a weary connotation, implying that the situation has become drawn out.
장기화된다는 뜻인데 때로는 it's drawn out, 좀 질질 끈다는 느낌도 있어요.
Yeah.
prolonged라는 것은 점점 길어지는 원치는 않는 상황이잖아요.
Right. It's not desired.
Exactly.
Usually, yeah.
So it's a prolonged conflict. 장기화되고 있는 이 경우에는 분쟁을 얘기하고 있습니다.
Yeah, so like when you say prolonged cold spell, it's usually because you want it to end. It's been going on for too long.
Exactly. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. The blockade of the Strait of Hormuz has disrupted not only oil and gas flows, but also global fertilizer supplies, raising concerns that a prolonged conflict could reduce food production and threaten global food security. Let's move on to the next headline.
Tropical flowers are blooming months earlier or later than they once did due to climate change, potentially triggering cascading impacts across ecosystems, according to a study of 8,000 plants dating back 200 years.
200년에 걸쳐 수집된 8천여 개의 식물 표본을 분석해 연구한 결과 기후 위기로 인해 열대 지역 식물들의 개화 시기가 과거보다 몇 달씩 앞당겨지거나 늦춰지는 등 들쭉날쭉해졌으며 이로 인해 생태계 전반에 연쇄적 붕괴가 일어날 가능성도 배제할 수 없는 것으로 나타났습니다. Alright, let's talk about flowers then.
Yeah. So this is according to a study of 8,000 tropical plant specimens spanning 200 years, or they've been researching plants that even have been living since 200 years ago. And they found that climate change is shifting flowering times earlier or even later, potentially disrupting entire ecosystems. So this was led by researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder, and the analysis showed flowering dates changing by an average of 2 days per decade across species in regions like Brazil, Ecuador, Ghana, and Thailand. So these are all tropical plants. And some plants bloom much later, while, they say that there's an amaranth tree that grows in Brazil and it flowers about 80 days later than in the 1950s. That's a long time.
Wow.
And
it's more than 2 months.
Yeah. And there were other species that bloomed earlier. And scientists are warning that these shifts could create cascading impacts if plants fall out of sync with pollinators, fruit-eating animals, and migratory species. So it's like a chain reaction.
Yep.
Yeah.
A cascade is like a small waterfall
Yes.
that has steps. 이게 아주 물이 많이 내리는 폭포는 아니지만 이렇게 마치 계단처럼 물줄기가 내려오고 하는 이런 폭포예요.
Yeah.
그런 걸 캐스케이드라고 하기 때문에 영향을 미칠 거란 얘기죠.
Yes.
한마디로
Yeah.
지금 단순히 개화 시기가 어떻다라고 해서 그 식물의 문제만이 아니라 we're talking about the insects that need the pollen
Yes, right.
from
And
the flowers.
But if it flowers 80 days later, but what if the bees are not there anymore?
Yeah. And then also the birds
Yeah.
that need to maybe eat the bees, or not the bees, but other insects.
Yes.
And it's sort of affecting the whole ecosystem.
Yeah. So I mentioned, chain, it's like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Or you could say it's like a domino effect as well. So when something cascades, it's a process where one event triggers a sequence of subsequent events. Just like you mentioned, it resembles that waterfall flowing down in stages.
캐스케이드를 자연 속에서 볼 땐 참 아름답지만
Yes.
지금 얘기하고 있는 cascading effect or cascading impacts라는 것은요. 도미노처럼 이어지는 영향이나 효과를 말하고 있습니다. chain reaction도 마찬가지죠.
Yes.
연쇄작용, 연쇄 반응이라고 우리가 또 보기도 하는데 자, 그런 식으로 먹이사슬 전반에 균열이 생길 수 있다라는 게 가장 큰 우려예요. 그래서 특정 꽃이 이제 철새의 수분에 또 의존하기도 하는데
Yeah.
이거 그냥 pollen이라고 하잖아요.
Yes.
그 pollen을 다른 곳에다 옮겨야 또 이 꽃들도 다 이렇게 잘 자라고 할 텐데
Right.
이 철새들이 오는 시기와 또 꽃이 개화하는 시기가 안 맞아 버리면
match, yeah.
그래요.
It's
그러면은
trouble.
Exactly. It is trouble indeed. So that's why they said it's potentially triggering these impacts.
Yeah. When something potentially triggers something, you're describing this cause and effect relationship where one event or action has the power to set off a chain reaction or a specific response.
네. Potentially triggering은 잠재적으로 무엇을 촉발한다라는 뜻인데요. 아직까지는 이렇게 먹이사슬이 다 무너지거나 그러진 않았지만 잠재적으로는 그럴 수도
Yes,
있겠다.
it could. Yeah. It's very likely.
네, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Tropical flowers are blooming months earlier or later than they once did due to climate change, potentially triggering cascading impacts across ecosystems, according to a study of 8,000 plants dating back 200 years. Now here's our final headline.
A recent study finds that maintaining 7 hours of sleep and a consistent bedtime within a 1 hour window can extend life expectancy by up to 4 years.
하루 7시간 이상 수면을 취하고 잠자리에 드는 시각을 1시간 범위 안에서 일정하게 유지할 경우 기대 수명을 최대 4년까지 연장할 수 있다는 연구 결과가 나왔습니다. Okay, tell us about this sleep study.
Yeah. So the study, they say that maintaining consistent sleep habits could reduce your mortality risk by nearly a quarter and adds up to 4 years of life expectancy. So the study, it was conducted by the London School of Economics and Political Science and Vitality, and they analyzed more than 47 million nights of sleep data and found that getting about 7 hours of sleep and keeping a regular bedtime within a 1 hour window frame were key factors. However, about 90% of people actually fail to maintain these optimal sleep patterns. So it makes sleep or poor sleep one of the most common health risks. And researchers also found that consistently sleeping fewer than 6 hours a night increases the risk of premature death by about 20%.
So we need more than 7 hours of sleep.
Yes, and the findings highlight sleep as a daily health behavior that can significantly affect long-term health and healthcare costs. This was a very frightening article for me because I rarely get 6 hours of sleep.
I think a lot of us on this show don't get much sleep.
Yeah, we
because
need to sleep earlier. Yeah.
Exactly.
But it also needs to be consistent.
dear. 자, 그래요. 그래서 글로벌 헬스케어 서비스 기업인 바이탈리티와 영국의 런던 정경대죠. 런던 스쿨 오브 이코노믹스 LSE가 함께 진행한 이제 대규모 연구에 따르면은 잠을 얼마나 오래 자느냐가 중요한 게 아니라 얼마나 규칙적으로 자느냐. 그리고 하루 7시간은 자줘야 좋다.
Yeah.
그다음에 자는 시간이 조금씩은 바뀔 수 있지만 1시간 정도의 타임 프레임을 가지고 이 범주 내에서 바뀌는 건 괜찮다는 얘기예요. 근데 너무 많이 바뀌면 그것도 안 좋다는 거죠.
Yeah. I wonder if it also affects, if you have to wake up at a consistent time as well. I wonder if that also has an impact.
Maybe.
But it makes sense because, we've been told since we're young, be consistent and, have a regular schedule and that's good for your immune system.
Yeah. What is consistent?
Consistent would be something that stays the same over time. It follows a regular pattern or agrees with other facts or principles.
꾸준한 것을 consistent라고 하는데 studying consistently will definitely reap benefits.
Yeah.
Sleeping consistently means sleeping at the same time, regularly, all the time.
Yeah. And they say within a 1 hour window,
Yeah.
right?
What's a window in this
Yeah,
case?
so window, it's not the window that you look out to see what's outside. It's, we're talking about a time frame. So it's a specific interval of time during which an activity can or must take place. Like you might have heard this in the news when we talk about a launch window for a rocket or a satellite.
가능한 시간대나 기간을 window라고 부릅니다. So within a 1 hour window, you can slightly alter the time you go to bed, but not more than that.
Yeah, so, they say 1 hour. If you usually go to bed at 10, it's going to be all right, if you go to bed at 9 or maybe 11. But if you go to bed at 12 and then go back to sleeping at 10, that would be inconsistent.
Got it. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. A recent study finds that maintaining 7 hours of sleep and a consistent bedtime within a 1 hour window can extend life expectancy by up to 4 years. Well, that's it for the headlines this morning with Karen Troy.